Okay, so today we're going to do lesson 4 where we are separating solutions. Okay, so this green marker, just a plain old washable Crayola green marker. What do you think the ink is made of?
Water.
Okay, why do you think that?
Because it's a liquid.
Okay, well, it is a liquid, but there's lots of liquids that aren't water, right? Because it's washable, okay, that makes you think maybe it's got water in it. So what do you think is going to happen if I put just the tip of the green marker into the beaker of water? Okay.
The water might turn green.
You're going to think the water turned green? Okay, hold on. I'm going to go ahead and pour some of this into these because I'll need it for later. Okay. So I'm going to press the tip of the marker. Okay, can y'all see? Okay, when I'm out of the light, can you see what happened?
The water turned green.
Yeah, the water turned green. Okay, just a little bit of the marker in the water, and it made the water turn green. Okay, so go ahead and answer that. I think that's your first question, is what happens when you put the tip of the marker in the water. And that's your first question? Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead and answer that. Oh, number 2, based on your observation, yes. What do you know about the ink? Go ahead and do that. So number 2, based on your observations, what do you know about the ink?
Do we put the ink as a liquid?
You can, whatever you want to do. It's based on your observations.
But it is liquid and it is green.
How are we supposed to draw this thing?
Well, when you'll have to use the color tool, like the drawing tool in Cami.
I can't draw that well.
Well, and it's just going to be a bunch of dots anyway, so don't worry about it, okay?
So what do we do to
Just wait. I've got to first separate the inks, all right? So I have 4 markers, and we are going to separate the inks in it. So we are using a process called paper chromatography, okay? Chroma means color. Graph or graphy means like a way to write it or a way to draw. Where these are called chromatograms because we're actually having we're actually having a picture of the color on paper. So you're going to actually see how the inks inside your markers will separate into its different dye components. So it's actually pretty cool. When we come in on Monday, we're going to be doing a CSI investigation where we have a forged check and we have 4 different suspects or 3 different suspects, and we have to determine based on the pen that was used to do the forgery who did it. And we're going to do...
I know a lot about forged documents.
Oh, you do?
Of course I did it.
Not necessarily. Every year I make a different student the suspect. So,
Oh, it's student?
yes.
Oh, it's not me because I don't know my handwriting.
No, it won't be handwriting. You'll see. You'll see on Monday, okay? So, what I'm going to do, I've got the 4 different markers right here, okay? Now, I think this is actually on the next page. You'll have to go back and forth between the 2 pages, okay? This is on your last page. Because you have to write down the procedure. What I'm going to do, this is a paper, chromatography paper, sorry. And I'm going to place 1 dot of each color at the bottom of the paper. And then I'm going to stick the paper in the water. As the water moves up the paper, what do you think is happening to the ink as the water moves up it? And what now? Okay, it's going to go up with the water, but what does the water do to the ink?
Mixes with it.
Okay, well it dissolves it. Okay, the water dissolves the ink. That's why it separates into the different dye components. You're going to see how that works. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and set these up. And then it takes a few minutes for it to run. And the way you do it, you have to place it in the water. It cannot touch the bottom of the beaker, and it cannot touch the sides. Because if it does, it'll mess up. Okay, so that's the green one. I'm going to go ahead and set the rest of them up. I'm going to pause my video while I do this.